Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This morning is really a blessed morning for us here in Lima Sands. Let me take this opportunity to formally welcome His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali and the Minister within the Ministry of Finance and with Dr. Ashley Singh, and of course our Director General, Mr. Ricky Ramraj. We welcome all of you to Lima Sands here today. And to you wonderful residents, thank you for coming out despite the weather. As you know, we have a president fears nothing. He is a fearless man. Sun, thunderstorm, lightning, he's here. So this morning we're indeed honored to have His Excellency and team with us here in Lima Sands. So this morning, the program will take, we will have Dr. Ashley Singh bringing brief remarks first. So let us clap to welcome Dr. Ashley Singh.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson of Region Number 2, Your Excellency President Irfaan Ali, and let me ask you to give President Ali a very special Region 2 Lima Sands welcome. Director General of the Ministry of Agriculture, former Member of Parliament, my dear big brother and comrade Colonel Damon, dear brothers and sisters, and most of all, boys and girls. Let me first of all say what a great pleasure and privilege it is for me to be able to join President Ali. I should have acknowledged, of course, Vice Chairman of Region Number 2 and other regional officials. But let me say what a great pleasure it is to join President Irfaan Ali, your president, my president, the president of all of Guyana, on this beautiful day, notwithstanding that it is raining a little bit, on this beautiful day, literally on the eve, just a day or two before Guyana celebrates its independence anniversary. And let me also say what a huge privilege it has been for me to have served and to continue to serve in President Ali's cabinet, and to witness how this president has spent every single day and night, literally every single day of the year, and literally every hour of the day and of the night, devoting himself to the service of the people of all of Guyana. There isn't a day, there isn't an hour that I would either not be in his presence or receive a phone call from him following up one matter of national developmental importance or another. And you have seen how the country has transformed in a way that we have never seen it transform before at any time in the history of this country. And you have seen how that transformation has taken place in every single region of our country. If we were to focus our attentions only on Region 2, because President Ali has said, and I want just for one moment to highlight the core philosophy and concept and commitment of his presidency, you would have seen and heard and committed yourselves to the objective of One Guyana. Many of you are wearing beautiful One Guyana t-shirts, and I think it's worth applauding One Guyana. President Ali has adopted as the core message and the core motivation of everything that his government does the realization of this One Guyana. And One Guyana has many dimensions to it. Of course, it reflects our strength as a country when we think and act as one. And of course, we are one in many different ways. We are one comprising 3 different counties, and we will always be one comprising 3 different counties. And I have a particular reason why I'm saying that. Guyana will always comprise Berbice, Demerara, and Essequibo. And each one of those counties is and will always be a part of this beautiful and strong country that we know as Guyana. When we speak of One Guyana, we speak of the fact also that we're such a beautifully diverse population with ancestors who have come from all parts of the world, our indigenous brothers and sisters, our brothers and sisters whose ancestors came from Africa, from India, and from so many other places, China, Portugal, Europe, etc. And President Ali has said that no matter where your ancestors may have come from, no matter where you live today, which one of our 3 counties, or which one of our 10 regions, or which town or village or community or street you live in, you are part of this One Guyana, and you're going to be a part of this incredibly exciting transformation that is taking place in our country. If you look only and focus your attentions on Region 2, you would see the incredible investments that we have been making in literally every single sector to make sure that the lives of the people of Region 2 are improved, and that their access to social services is improved, your access to social services is improved, and that your economic and other opportunities are enhanced. If I were to give you just a few examples, let us take in the health sector. We just visited a brand new world-class hospital that is being built at President Ali's instructions at Lima, which will be completed in July, and which, when open, will provide world-class service to the people of Region 2 right here in Lima. Gone are the days when you will have to travel to West Demerara, or even more so to Georgetown, to go to Georgetown Hospital to get good quality medical care, because we know how important good quality medical care is to quality of life for people of all ages. We don't want our senior citizens to have to endure the hardship of going to Georgetown for medical treatment. We want you to be able to enjoy the same quality of care right here in Essequibo. We don't want our young mothers and our newborn babies to face the risk of any mishap in anticipation of or during the process of childbirth. We had a tour just now of the maternity section of the hospital and the neonatal section, which will take care of the brand new babies, and President Ali had a detailed explanation of how that section will work and the quality of service that will be provided here, because we want every single expectant mother to be able to deliver their babies safely, and we want every single baby to get good quality care and to be able to grow up to be healthy, strong citizens of the future Guyana that we're building. If we look at education, as you're well aware, we completed a brand new school at Abramsule. You can see that school now. It's a school that we can be proud of. You're well aware that we're building a new school at Cotton Field. We did the turning of the sod there not so long ago, just a few months ago. You're aware that we're investing in new primary and nursery schools and even in special education schools. President Ali himself came to Region 2 to commission a brand new special education school. So even though just, I think, less than 6 months ago, so even those with special education needs can have those needs met right here in Region 2, close to your home. We are investing in making sure that we achieve 100% trained teachers. There was a time when you had to pass and get a scholarship to go to Georgetown, to go to a Georgetown school, to top the country. Today, because of the investments that President Ali's government is making, Region 2 is dominating the education landscape and is topping the country at CSEC year after year and producing some of our brightest students. And I think you should be proud of that. And we want to see more of that. There was a time when you had to travel to Georgetown to get a university education. President Ali said, even before he became president, in preparation of his manifesto, he said, no matter where you live or no matter what your personal circumstances are, even if you have little children at home that you have to take care of, that you can't leave home to go to university, even if you have elderly parents at home that you have to take care of, or grandparents that you have to take care of, that you can't leave your home to go to university, or even if you have a job that you cannot leave to go to university, you must not be ruled out of university education. And so even in preparing his manifesto, the manifesto with which he went to the electorate in 2020, he committed to introduce the Guyana Online Academy of Learning, the Gold Scholarship Program. And today we have given, at his instruction, more than 30,000 persons have benefited from gold scholarships. Many of whom, of course, come from Region 2, and we want more to come from Region 2. And that story is repeated in every single sector. If we speak about the work that is going on water and improving water supply, only yesterday he opened a water treatment plant right here in Region 2 to make sure that the people of Region 2 get the same quality of water as people are getting in Georgetown and anywhere else in the world. And that applies in every community, in every hinterland community. We are sinking wells and we're building not water treatment plants, but water distribution systems. We are rolling out investments in electricity. You're aware that we're building a new solar generating capability in Region 2 so that you will have solar electricity, adequate electricity to meet your needs. And in the remote communities that are far away from the grid, we are distributing solar panels. We've distributed 30,000 solar panels. And so that every single home in every single hinterland community, every single Amerindian village will get a solar panel. And when we discovered that we had distributed the 30,000 and there were still a few communities, President Ali instructed, buy 6,000 more and distribute them so that nobody will be left without solar panels, to make sure that every home has electricity. If you look at what we are doing with transport infrastructure and roads, there are so many roads in so many communities that for years we struggled, as you know. You can see the brand new roads that we're driving and riding and walking on today. There was once a time when we used to go to communities and people used to say that they're having challenges with roads. They want this mud dam. They would say, Mr. President or Mr. Minister, me get one mud dam and me got to walk on. Me pick me got to walk on mud dam for go school. Today people hardly raise roads because we have built concrete roads throughout the length and breadth of the coast of Guyana and even in the hinterland. So that people see now, even if their road is not done, they have seen that we have done the 4th Street and the 2nd Street and the 3rd Street, and they know that we must be coming to their street. And I could go on and speak with you about all of the work that we are doing to create opportunities, training opportunities, scholarship opportunities, to make sure that people are able to get a skill, get a qualification, get a good job, set up a new business. And you have seen this investment in drainage and irrigation to make sure that more land is opened up for agriculture. The Director General of the Ministry of Agriculture, you see him here very frequently, aggressively promoting our agricultural drive. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, I want to say to you that when you look around and you see all of these changes, it is important that you reflect on the reality that we are living in an era today. We are living in an era today where we are witnessing the most rapid transformation that has ever taken place in the history of our country. And it has happened under this People's Progressive Party civic government led by this president, your president, President Irfaan Ali. And I want to say to you that it really is a privilege to observe him work and the energy that he has. I work very closely with him, very closely with him. I have the honor to work very closely with him, and sometimes even I can't keep track. Sometimes I look and he's in Essequibo here, and when I blink, he's in Barbies, and then when I blink, he's in Linden, and then when I blink again, he's in Letem or Mabaruma. And I say this not only to make the point that we have the privilege of being led by a president who's full of vision and full of energy. But I say this also to make the point that if you believe the last 5 years have unveiled a remarkable transformation, wait until you see the next 5 years under President Irfaan Ali. And I want to say to you too, that we must all be inspired by his visionary leadership and the energy that he brings to the important office that he holds. We must all be inspired by that. The transformation of our country, of course, requires a visionary president, which we have, and a hard-working president, which we have. But we all have a responsibility to make sure that this transformation takes place. And we must think about what that responsibility is. In the first instance, of course, we have to make sure that the right government is in office. And we're looking forward, of course, to President Ali's next term with an even bigger majority, thanks to your support. And I want to thank you in anticipation of that support. But we also have to make sure that we all are a part of that transformation. We have to take advantage of the opportunities that President Ali is creating. He's creating the training opportunities. He's creating the job opportunities. He's creating the business opportunities. But we have to get up and take advantage of those opportunities in order to be a part of this incredibly exciting era. But I'm going to stop there because I know you didn't come to hear from me. I was just here to give you a little opening flavor, but I know who you really came to listen to. I know who you really came to listen to. And so the privilege is mine now to hand the mic over to the man that I know you came to listen to. The remarkably energetic and visionary leader of Guyana and President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, President Mohamed Irfaan Ali.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Please have your seats. I am so humbled to be in this beautiful region, Region 2. Yesterday, last night, and today. I'm humbled to come before you as we once again reinforce our commitment to the development, aspiration, and prosperity of every single citizen, including every one of you here. And I do not take lightly the fact that in the pouring rain all morning you have sacrificed your time to come and spend it with us. That tells me that you are a people who are deeply interested in your development. And I am your humble servant. And I come before you only as your servant leader. I come before you to speak to you about the responsibility you entrusted in my government, and to let you know that we took that responsibility seriously, and we have delivered every single thing we committed to you in our manifesto and beyond. And I want to recognize all the local leaders, including former Tushaus, current Tushaus, MPs, former MPs, current MPs, regional officials, regional chair, local officials, every one of you, I want to recognize and honor you for all of your contribution. Today is yet another interesting day in the life of Guyana. Last night, I was driving around, and in Queenstown, I felt the love, aspiration, and ambition of the children of Region 2. Walking the streets and singing loftily in honor of all 83,000 square miles of this beautiful country. And then I had the honor of meeting some of your best and finest domino players, or so they claim. And they combined the effort to demonstrate love to me. But the only outcome was my love to them. So the challenge is still on in Region 2. And maybe we'll take the challenge to Lima Sands and Mainstay to find the champion combination that has been elusive thus far. But my dear friends, my brothers and sisters, my fellow Guyanese, my greatest honor, whether it's 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, my greatest honor is to be of service to the people of this country. To give my time and the time of every member of government to the people. And when people ask, how do you sleep? My rest is when the people of this country are happy and they know that every single second is dedicated in service to them. And this region, over the last 4+ years, has a lot to be proud of and proud for. In the last 4.5 years, in this region, we've invested more than $114 billion. In education, we've invested $8.3 billion. New schools, feeding program, textbooks, the Because We Care grant, the transportation allowance, all of these investments to ensure that your children has the best shot at the best quality opportunity. And in this region, you took that opportunity with both hands, and your region is continuously topping Guyana and the Caribbean at the CXC examinations. And we are proud of the enormous accomplishments of your children, because the success of your children is the success of this country. And every benefit that we give your children, the women of your community, the farmers, every benefit that you've seen in the last 4.5 years, you can expect those benefits to multiply in the coming years, not to decrease, but to increase. And if there is one thing you know by now, there is only one political party that you can trust and rely on to stay true to their commitment, and that is the People's Progressive Party Civic. And in life, you can't rely on the seasonal opportunists. Your greatest reliance must be on the tried and tested, the ones who demonstrate to you what true love and service looks like and feels like, the one who you know you can trust to do what they say they will do, not seasonal, not opportunistic, but constant, reliable, respectful, dignified, honored, service-led leadership. And that is what we aim to do, and we do in the People's Progressive Party Civic. Forget about the resources that we are spending. Ask yourselves a very simple question. You had the opportunity to see these guys in office. How many ministerial visits you had? How many vice president visits you had? How many presidential visits you had? Then, as compared to now. Then, as compared to now, the comrades in front here said never in that 5 years. That tells you that under the People's Progressive Party Civic, you are counted, you're accounted for, you're respected, you're honored, you're dignified, you are part of the collective. And do not take that lightly. The Ministry of Public Works would have spent almost $10 billion in this region. And in addition to this $10 billion, we're already working on a new project not only to resurface the highway, the main highway in Essequibo, but the traffic is growing enormously in Essequibo. And we are now working in a plan to expand the road into a 4-lane road, so you will have your modern, state-of-the-art 4-lane highway right here in Essequibo also. And we are building out the connectivity in the interior, the connectivity from Parika, from Timeri, to the Sand Hill Trail. All of this, the Del Conte route, all of these investments will be made, opening up new opportunities, new lands, and connecting your region and your economy in a better way, in a more integrated way with the rest of the economy of the country. That will help every farmer, every child, every family. It will bring down the cost of transportation and will create great opportunity for tourism and other sectors here in this region. In agriculture, that is so important. That is the life of this region. We've invested more than $10 billion. And let me say this to our farmers, especially our rice farmers. We are committing to you, and you know you can trust us, that we will do everything to ensure that your rice farming is viable and profitable. We're going to invest in the coming years into expansive storage facility so that we will have storage for the production, and we can hold the production for when the market is strongest. We are going to invest in additional transport facility so that we can help you with the transportation costs and to reduce the transportation costs. And we're going to invest more in what we term input stabilization. Input stabilization, so that we can keep the costs of production lower, so that we can keep the cost of production at its lowest, increasing your profitability and viability. These are the things that keep us up. These are the things that we are investing in to ensure that every segment of the population here in Region 2 can see continuous and continued improvement. Our teachers, today, you can stay right in this region and you can become trained teachers. You can stay right in this region and do your degrees and your masters and become trained graduates. And don't take that for granted, because we want in the coming year to ensure that we have 100% trained teachers. We are now doing a nursing school, that any one of your children, the children of Region 2, if you want to become a nurse, a medical technician, a pharmacist, we are going to pay for your education, give you a stipend whilst we give you the education, and guarantee you a job when you're finished. And the starting salary for a registered nurse is almost, what, $200,000? That is what it will be. You can come out of school with the minimum subjects, go into the nursing program, and in 3 to 4 years become a registered nurse and get paid whilst you do that and have a career for the rest of your life. This new hospital that we are building here, we have to employ 1,000 persons almost 1,000 persons to service that hospital. And we want all of those persons to come from right within your region. We are going to invest in training your young people to be the nurses, the pharmacists, the medical technologists, the doctors. We want what is best for you. In the coming year also, and looking ahead, we want to work with you on an agricultural diversification plan. Not to go away from the traditional, but to add to what you're already doing. We want to go into high value crops, climate resilient agriculture, sustainable agriculture. Our investment in agriculture has now placed us #1 in the world when it comes to food security and self-sufficiency. The latest research was just released, and Guyana was the only country that was recognized for self-sufficiency in food production. And we must applaud our farmers and this government that made the investment to make this possible. We want our young people to be involved in the food production. We will support them to own shade houses, to own tunnel houses, because we want young people to see agriculture as a profitable venture. We want them to see agriculture as something that is futuristic, something that is honorable. Because without agriculture, without food, none of us will have sustenance. None of us can survive. And I want you to give a loud round of applause to all our farmers who toil every single day for our country. And we are investing in the economic expansion of this region. We are opening up tens of thousands of new acreage of land so that the new generation, the next generation, they too can own land, agriculture land. They too can own agriculture plots so that they can be part not only of the growing but the ownership of lands. And tens of thousands of acres of lands we're opening up. We are building the drainage and irrigation system. We are building the farm to market access roads. We are building state-of-the-art infrastructure to support the opening up of the tens of thousands of acres of new land to support food expansion and agriculture in this region. The economic expansion, the villages here can tell you about a fish cage program and the benefits it is bringing to the communities in the region. We want to make the cage farming expansive in Region 2 so that it can become the capital of cage farming production. I've already directed the Ministry of Agriculture to work with every single community that want to be involved in this, and we'll set aside another 50 cages for Region 2 alone. These are the investments that are at community level, but contribute significantly to the expansion. We want to work on developing an agriculture processing hub in this region, a state-of-the-art agriculture processing and packaging hub, so we can add value to your production. These are the things that are going to create a new wave of opportunity. Today, the private sector is also following the investments of the government. And we are seeing new hotels, new resorts, new facilities being constructed here in Essequibo, creating jobs, creating demand for your products, your goods, your service, creating demand for your agricultural produce, whether it's pineapple or mangoes. Last night, them boys tell me, so much people visiting that they're running out of duck now. Agriculture expansion and the confidence in this region is growing. Today, because of the investment and expansion in tourism, every time you need to book the boat now, it's booked out. Booked out! Everybody's spending their long weekends in Essequibo. And we have decided, not decided, we have already completed negotiations for the purchase of another modern ferry to service Essequibo. That will take 400 passengers and almost 50 cars. That is another addition that we are putting to ensure the efficiency of the transport system and to support your tourism expansion. And just to give you an understanding as to how the vibrancy of this region is growing, this weekend, the first cruise, a full cruise, a cruise boat was imported into Guyana. And today is the inaugural trip of that cruise ship from Puerto Rico to Essequibo, spending the night in Essequibo. A cruise ship with more than 40 rooms. 40 rooms in that boat will land in Essequibo today. This didn't happen by accident. This happened because of the confidence that the private sector and the confidence that people are placing in our country and this region. And we must not take that confidence for granted. We can lose all of this and destroy it if we are selfish in our approach. The only way we can win as a people and as a country is if we are selfless in our approach. This beautiful land of 6 people is united and free, is strong and prosperous, is growing and expanding, is creating a better future for our children. Make no mistake, we must honor this. We must be thankful and grateful for this. We must wake up in the morning and our bending knees or lower head, we must thank God for giving us this opportunity to live in this Guyana, in this day, and in this age. Because we just have to look around us and we will know how grateful and thankful we ought to be. To be honored and privileged to be referred to as Guyanese. We are proud Guyanese, sons and daughters of this beautiful El Dorado, Guyana. And my friends, I can go on, but I want to make some remarks closer to home here in Lima Sands. When we send our technical teams to see you, we don't send them without follow-up. We send them to get the issues, to report to us so that we can take action. And you know, we had a number of meetings in Lima Sands. And in addition to what we have already done for your communities, we have listened to your additional concerns. And I'll address those concerns this morning. But let me give you an example of the love that we have given to Lima Sands and surrounding communities. In the Ministry of Public Works alone, with the new projects that will be signed, in the last 4 years, We have spent more than $2 billion here in Lima Sands in supporting communities. We have completed the rehabilitation of Lima Sand Access Dam at a cost of $136 million. The rehabilitation and construction of Lima Sands Phase 2, a cost of $94 million. The rehabilitation and construction of Lima Sands Phase 3 at a cost of $278 million. The rehabilitation and construction of Lima Sands Phase 4 at a cost of more than $433 million. The rehabilitation and construction of Lake Mainstay Road, Mainstay ETI Road, at a cost of $245 million. And now, to further invest in your communities, on the 11th of June of this year, the tender will be closed for Phase 5 of the Lima Sands Main Road, where almost another $500 million will be spent. The 11th of June, the tender for this phase will close. And I see my brother from Mainstay. The construction of the Mainstay main access, that contract will also close on the 11th of June 2025. And that will be an investment of more than $200 million. And we ain't done yet. The rehabilitation of Mainstay Bridge, the first and second bridge of Mainstay, that contract was closed on the 7th of May, and the contract will be awarded very shortly for investment of more than $150 million. These are the facts. This is the reality. And now let me address some additional issues that were raised when the Vice President was here and in the follow-up meetings with the regional and other officials. The first issue was that of the street lights. Am I not right? Yes or no? You wanted more street lights? We are currently procuring those lights so that you can have those street lights on your posts along the road to give you that support that you need. The house lots for residents, teachers, and single parents in excess of 60 families were identified, but in the assessment we found that some of those families already have house lots in other areas and they're renting homes in those areas. So for those families and individuals that don't have any house lots, we're going to ensure that before the end of this year, you are allocated your house lots and that you can start to build your homes. And not only get the house lot, but only recently we've increased the low-income loan ceiling at NBS, and the Emrara Bank has already followed suit to $30 million at 5%. Where else in the world? The other thing that you raised was the residents who complete payment for the land and are still awaiting their land titles. We have 10 such persons, and I've given the instructions, and Ramraj is to follow up, that by the end of July, you must receive your titles in your hands. You have made a request for a 30-seater minibus, an additional 30-seater minibus for your children in this community. We have tried to procure one such bus, but we don't have any 30-seater available in the country. So we're going to buy 2 15-seaters to support your community. And we're going to procure it from right within your region. So within 2 weeks, we are told 2 such buses will be available, procured, and delivered to the community. The playground needs further rehabilitation. The engineers came up with an estimate of almost $6 million. We want to work with the community to provide resources to start the rehabilitation of this playground. But I want the contract to be done within the community itself, because I believe you have the capability and capacity to do it within the community itself. So we're going to engage the community in doing this project. Public assistance for permanent disability persons. This was raised. We did the assessment, and you had about 12 persons, 10 persons. And before the end of Monday, they will have their letter telling them that they are placed on that register to get that permanent disability benefit. You asked for the continuation of the road, 2.4 kilometers, and I just told you that is phase 5. We have already tendered, and that project will be opened on June the 11th. A new community center with computers. I've asked the Minister of Finance to work with BNTF to see how we can include this in next year's program, so you can have that center and computer lab to serve your community and the surrounding areas. But not only have the lab, but to have the Gold Scholarship Program within that lab, so that your children can study their degrees, their masters, their diplomas from that lab that we will build under the Gold Scholarship Program. Their need for more mom houses. Well, the mom houses was interesting for one man. I spoke about gratefulness earlier. People forget that even if you don't believe man is watching you, the Lord is always keeping an eye on you. And if you can't be honest and grateful and thankful before God, you need help. You need help. And I pray and hope that that individual is receiving the help that he needs, so that his conscience can be reformed. Because we have to hold each other up in prayers every day of our life. So, we're going to set aside resources to support 3 more mom houses in these communities. The nursery school fencing. We have already decided that we're going to complete the fencing of the nursery school. And we're right now looking at the expansion of the primary school, the extension that you want in the primary school. We're going to set aside money for the upgrade of the health center, ensuring that you have proper facilities, washroom, waiting area, ensuring that our medical staff are also working in good conditions and a good environment. So the estimates we've received to upgrade this facility is about, the contract has been signed. Well, I don't even have to go to the estimate. The contract for the upgrade of this facility has been signed. And you asked, one of your big problems was that the residents asked for treated water. Am I right? I want to hear you. Do you want treated water? I can't hear you. We are in a weekend when Maduro must hear us. I have good news for you. We have awarded the contract for a small water treatment plant here in Lima. At a cost of $110 million. To give you water, just to give you this treated water, we will be spending on every household $550,000 to give you this treated water. Just this one project, we will be spending $550,000 on every household. The project will serve 194 consumer households. It is expected to be completed on December the 1st, 2025. This project, this small treatment plant, is designed to treat about 20 mgl of water within a treatment phase, so that you have 1,000 gallons of water within an hour that will be treated at this facility, so that your households and all the community will have continuous treated water 24 hours per day. The water will be to WHO standards, which means we can walk off, fill up your bottle and drink from your pipe. Quality. Yesterday, we commissioned the Onderneming water plant. When we finish this plant and the other plant we are doing under the CDB, the entire Region 2 by 2026 will have treated water. Every resident of Region 2 will have treated water. The only area that will be left for us to deal with is that of the Pomeroon River, and we have a plan also for that. You telling me, please, you busy with coconut water? The road shoulders, I've asked engineers to look at strengthening the road shoulders. The drainage on the western side of the village, you had requested this. We have already invested in the drainage on the eastern side of the road. And residents on the western side are now requesting this. We are committing to you that we will put the machine to give you also the drainage on the western side. Now, you're requesting also a play park in the village. No? I'm going to ask Dr. Ashley Singh to look at where we have resources available, so that we can help you in establishing one such facility for your children. We want what is best for you. I want you to point to any other government that listen to your priorities. This is not the Minister of Finance priority. This is not the President priority. This is not the regional chairman priority. These are the priorities you raise with us. And we have addressed every single one of them. That is not seasonal friendship. That is not opportunistic friendship. That is love that is paramount. Love that is irreplaceable. And your Tushaus who went to the Tushao conference are coming back with full hands, not empty hands. We have given each one of them $3 million to address housing issues in their community and $1 million to address recreational facility. My respected elders, my dear brothers and sisters, I stand before you moved by the love of the people of this region and the people of this country. I stand before you with full commitment of service and honor, of support, of working alongside you, not above you, but alongside you. The days for working above you, you ended those days in the 2020 elections. Today, we commit to you that we are going to walk alongside you, work alongside you, plan alongside you, because you are the constant. You are the ones who must charter your own future. You are the ones who must embrace your own future. You are the ones who must embrace your own conscience. You are the ones who must dig deep beyond selfishness. Dig deep in your souls and speak honestly to yourselves as to who and which government did right by your side. Who and which government you can trust to do as they say. Who and which government restored back monies in the pocket of your children that was stolen from them. Who and which government support your community development. Which leader or leaders can walk with you on the rainiest of days and the sunniest of days. Make no mistake, your constant will always be the People's Progressive Party Civic. And our constant in the People's Progressive Party will always be you, the people, the honor and pride of who we are. The people of this region, the people of our country, the people of Lima Sands, you are that constant. Together we will. Together we must. There is no other way. There is no backing down. There is no stepping aside. There is no passing of the burden. Today, the only available course is together in a unified way, hearts sealed with each other, hands connected together, shoulders bracing each other, each one of us lifting each other up as Guyanese brothers and sisters, This is the only way to prosperity under the umbrella of one Guyana, in love, in unity, in peace, in honor, in dignity, in respect. That is the only way. That is the only way. That is the only way. That is the only course. There is no other course. There is no other road. There is no shortcut. There is no alleyway. There is no back cut, front cut, or side cut. The only path is that path of unity, of human dignity, that path of trust, reliability, honor, knowing that with the People's Progressive Party Civic, that path is the path we stand on and stand for and stand by. My dear friends, the time for campaigning has not come as yet. That time will come. And when that time comes, I challenge all the other sides to speak of their record. If you're going in the boxing ring and you want a shot at the title, you have to have a record. You have to have a record. They will hide from their record. They will run for cover for their record. They said recently, we don't have to speak about our record, that is the past. On the other hand, we stand humbly before you, ready to defend any of our record anytime we were in government. That is the difference. That is accountability. That is honor. Together, we will. Together, we must. We love you. God bless you. And I wish all of you well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, His Excellency. My people of Region 2, you're filled. I know you passed the lunch hour and you didn't even feel hungry with all that was said by His Excellency. So with this, I want you to give His Excellency another big round of applause.
Let me just say something. And also, I want you to know that we have a full team at the back of the tent. I know many of you already went to them. Any personal issue you have, any problem you have, please take that to the team at the back there. They will work with me on resolving all your issues. But you must give them the issue. They must have a record of it. So if you have any individual issue, community issue, personal issue, please give it to them, because when they leave the meeting with me, we are going back into another meeting to go through all the issues so that they can know what they have to do. But please, you need to give them the issues. Are we together on that? All right.
Thank you. Thank you again, His Excellency. You would agree with me that every single thing that we campaigned on alongside His Excellency was delivered and delivered in a timely manner. Give His Excellency another round of applause. I could recall coming into Lima Sands, I got back pain with the holes and everything on the road. And today, what a smooth ride, His Excellency. We want to say thank you. And with the commitment for the 2 brand new bridge, I know I receive calls ever so often. RC, the planks are lifting, the planks are shifting. We fix it shift again because of the heavy duty trucks that passes through that area. And I want, today I felt real honored to know that we will be having strong concrete bridges there, so no more planks will be shifting. Another round of applause for His Excellency. Also, the water that you always complain about. And, you know, when I look at it, within 3 years, you would agree with me, because His Excellency had challenges when he took office with the COVID. Don't forget that. And I am so proud that he will be delivering before even campaigns start, that you will be getting your water treatment plant right here in Lima. Another round of applause for His Excellency. And I also want to say to you, with the cold weather, Our Excellency is taking this country from the womb to the tomb. And every single baby that is born will be getting 100,000 cash grant. So go ahead, my good Essequibians. No. I want to say why I say from the womb to the tomb, because when the baby is born, they will be getting 100,000. And His Excellency forgot that he already made a commitment for every single burial ground to be clean. So you wouldn't have to cut a path to go and prepare for your dead. That too His Excellency has taken care of. Another round of applause for His Excellency. So when you traverse the length and breadth of Region 2, you will see every single burial ground clean. And what more can we expect from a champion leader? My people campaigning starters yet, but I know for sure His Excellency will have all the votes in Region number 2. Another round of applause for that, to give him that confidence and comfort that Region 2 will be tracing back His Excellency for another term. And the next term, His Excellency, we're asking that that law be changed, that you can continue to serve. Because we are indeed very grateful and honored with such a president taking Guyana from one level to the other. So I want to thank all of you for coming out. And as His Excellency said, he has his team. Any personal issue, you go to them at the back, because of course His Excellency can't take all the complaint. So thank you for coming out, and thank you, His Excellency, and our Honorable Minister within the Office of the President with responsibility for finance. What a blessed day today for Lima to have these two real leaders within Lima here today. Thank you one, thank you all. I was told snacks be seated.
No, it's okay.